No chance if you're talking the bars, I'm advanced. I will sleep at knees, I will send a man France. Don't glance if me and my dogs are in a dance. Don't ask if the new plants like raw. Look on the mic, they're like, no, they can't see SB getting this far, but it's hard to be spitting the bars without heart, with a rasp, making a pass and a laugh. It's a joke and they give it a poke and then a roast. I'm a king. What am I supposed to say, bro? So they'll come to my road, I know that they won't, because I'll do the most and go coast to coast. Because I'm showing off when I'm at a show and I'm going up, blowing up, and then when we go, it's S. Man, I walk in the road. Yes, bro, no, bro, it's show.
Yeah. Come on, bro, little.
When it comes to this thing, man, I got contrast. Got bars in them, again, I guess say what raw. Stop hard. Let me pop ya. You got 1, 2 bars, but you're not.
We got young SBK today, bro. You good?
Bro, you know what? Today, I just worked on a music video that I just shot in this whole quarantine thing. Obviously, man can't go outside and that, so I made a couple of videos with like a green screen, innit? Always been trained to do things by myself, and that's got a lot to do with my dad, innit? Because my dad's a musician. I take a heavy influence from man. You know what I mean? He's the guy that got me started in this music thing.
It's definitely something that you can see in your music. It has a raw feel, do you know what I mean? And one of the things that stands out about your music a lot is your passion. Where are you from? Where did you start as well?
I started in my dad's crib, and I grew up in a town called Stevenage. If you go past North London, it's one of the towns surrounding London, innit? That's where I grew up, fam. You get me? And I just started based off of what my dad taught me. And I didn't start off doing grime. I never even listened to grime when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? I just covered it and then just got deeper and deeper into it. Like, I was obsessed with it. I started off rapping because I watched films like Eminem, 8 Mile and shit. When I listened to grime for the first time, innit? And then it was like, these niggas are spitting in a British accent and just owning it. I grew up on a lot of reggae. I hit like 13 and discovered grime, and then I just never went back, fam. Like,
how's being from Stevenage affected your music as well? From there, there's presumably not a lot of people that do grime.
No, not all, man. Like, there's probably about 3 people that do grime properly. I'm from some weird place that's not even part of any scene, innit? So I've kind of had to attach myself to the London grime scene, even though I'm not from it. It was awkward, but at the same time, fam, it's happened, innit? Like, I live in London now.
But I think it's cool, though, because it gives you something different. Like, you can hear you're from somewhere else. It gives you a different perspective on things, do you know what I mean?
100, man, because people that grow up here, they take this shit for granted. Like, people that have got a council house and their mumsy and their whole family live here, I wish that was me. How much money I spent on like train tickets or even just like pumping trains just to come here to do shit. And people like me who see how much of a big opportunity staying in London is, that's why I think I prosper, because it means more to me than them.
Statistically, people that are from smaller places are more likely to be successful. You're going to be more motivated.
When Novelist brought me through at first, I was a proper young person, innit? Like, I didn't even know who I was really. I was just out here spitting bars because it made me feel happy.
And how did that happen?
One day he was just like, do you want to come rinse a fem? And I was like, yeah. I remember the day I was in a PE class and none of my brethren believed me. They were just like, this guy's just chatting shit, innit? And then I went and did it, and it was like, it popped off, fam. It did madness. It was the first set that I ever did as well. It was mad, blood. I don't even know what sort of energies happened, but it was amazing.
Listen to my lyrical tone, I'm bad to the bad to the bone. Like D-double can't cause me trouble. It's my kingdom, it's my throne. Can't come against man or stop man. Hating and ting, no, that's not man. I got my brothers and they got man. Not an imitator, no, I won't go be mad. Ain't got time to watch anyone. In this thing, wanna be someone. Yo, hey, listen.
Because you were only 14. The energy you brought, that was mad.
I just thought it was like a life or death thing to me. I was still there shy. I didn't even know what was going on. Now I've got deeper in this thing. I understand it. That's what gave me the start in this thing. Like.
So what happened after that then?
After that, when I turned like 16, I started taking it more serious. I started going to London more and more, just trying to do whatever I can to do this music thing. I remember like my GCSE exam, fam, I was at Rinse FM the night before. Rinse FM until like 3 in the morning, and then DJ Jampack drove me all the way back to Stevenage, fam. A lot of people supported me in this thing.
That's the good thing about grime as well, because people support each other.
At the same time, there's definitely people that don't support each other. There's definitely people that don't want to see other people shining. Focus on the positive. It is very authentic.
As much as there's positivity, there's also snakiness. What's it like down in Stevenage, bro?
Bro, there's nothing there. Like, there's nothing to do for the young people. For a white sort of culture where...
And how did you find it as a mixed race guy in a predominantly white culture?
All my siblings are mixed race, but I grew up with the white side of my family, innit? In them ends there, it's spooky, man. Like, when people got nothing to do, so kids, when you hit a certain age, kids just end up doing a madness. Like they start smoking, they start like doing drugs and shit. I went down that path before, you get me? And then it was this music thing that kind of saved me from doing that. Got like a younger sibling now who's like 15, and he still lives in Stevenage while I'm living in London, like chasing my dream. I don't want him to make the same mistake, and I don't want him to fall down the trap that I know that places like that are. You have to have a way out. I was the first person in my whole family to like get out. That town is a grey place. And then when I was rolling with Jammer, and he wanted to send one of his photographers to come to my ends to take pictures of me in it, and I said no. And then he said to me, "You've got to be that person from your ends that lets everyone know that there's a way out. Then other people can see that they can make it in a different way." Bro, the same shit that's happening in London is happening there. And in fact, it's worse because it's not even real. People roll in their little crews and like in their little gangs in these small towns. Yeah, they're trying to imitate London culture, fam. I do need to be that guy that shows people. You get me? That's what I like to bring across in my music, man. I don't like to stunt like I was bare road. I've seen bare different mad shit. I just talk about my life and the shit that I've actually been through. People like H say like, "Oh, no one under my age likes grime." That's a fucking ridiculous thing to say, bro. People can like what they like.
You see, when H said that, what do you think?
People can like what they want to like. I know you, H. I've been to sets with H before he was even famous. He was spitting on grime sets. Just because it didn't work for you doesn't mean it's not going to work for anyone. A negative thing what he put out into the universe.
The fact he said that actually brought attention to grime, though. Because grime obviously has phases of going in commercial and then going underground. Right now, it's underground. And that's not bad.
Like, bro, the amount of people that I've met in this grime thing, they've got legendary status in it. You can't chat to the people that I'm rolling with in this grime thing, yeah. They all say that grime has phases in it. It's never a constant thing. Like, it will duck away into the underground again, and then it will come back and it will be in the limelight again. People don't want grime around all the time.
It ducks out, it goes down, it comes back. In 2015, it had a massive comeback. It has its influence in all UK music. And obviously you can shell. You also have deep tunes as well. What's your writing process like?
It's so hard to explain when you're not in my head. I just start off with one sentence and then it just flows on from there. It depends what's on my mind as well. Like if I'm thinking something deep, that's what will come out in that. Or if I just want to be on this straight grease thing, that's what's going to come out as well. Like I don't really have a process where I'm like, I sit down and put a candle on. You
got involved in a little beefing with Yizzy and Dot Rotten. You did a tweet that you didn't want to kind of let those negative vibes in anymore. So what was the change of heart, bro?
It's not even a change of heart, like, I still hate Izzy, to be honest. When we started out in this thing, fam, me and him was going to the same sets. All I can do is respect that. The fact that I just came to a point one day where I was like, am I really putting these vibes out here where I'm like, oh, I hate this person, don't fuck with this person, when they're on the same journey as me, and I know how much this journey means to me. So I was thinking like, why am I actually doing this? And it's because sending is a part of grime. It's a competitive thing. His journey is not going to affect mine whatsoever. Like, I need to just allow all these diss tracks. I'm saying a lot of disrespectful things and it's not really doing nothing for me. Oh, that's sick for like a second. And then really you step back. And for people that I don't even know personally, with Dot Rotten, it's more of like a proving myself sort of thing. And I did that. And me and Dot Rotten, like, we got DMs and he's like praising me, you get me?
Oh, so really?
Dot Rotten replied to me, which everyone was super surprised.
But I respect that from you. That's especially at such a young age as well, because our age, you kind of just want to beef everyone.
The element of me is part of that. I tweeted, I was like, I'm sorry to everyone that I ever sent for. And then Wiley replied to it and he was like, no, take this tweet down. That's just what grime is, isn't it? It's always been a back and forth thing.
Yeah. You did it and you showed it, so you might as well just keep it. Do you know what I mean? Don't need to do it anymore. What's your plans for the future?
Well, I know exactly the formula that I'm going to take now. And it's just releasing music officially and just doing sick videos, going to the shows, murking, you get me, and just keeping a good public image of me and just letting people know who I am. Everything else in the formula is there. I just need more people to know.